Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Norman Reedus!
So, thanks for coming. Do I go here? Do I go there? What do I do? Is this more professional? Hi. Hi. So.
Alright, you were recently in a movie called Hello Herman, which I run a page on Facebook and Twitter for kids who are going through bullying, and it's kind of a place where we use our inspirations to help each other out and, get them through the issues. If you could say one thing to these kids to help them through their issues and to prevent this kind of stuff from happening or self-harm from happening, what would it be?
I always, like, the nerds and the geeks always end up ruling the world anyway, you know what I mean? So, I'm kind of a big fan of the underdog. So, it's weird too, it's like, I look back, like, when I was in high school and stuff, and, and I see what all the cool kids are doing now, and they're not doing anything, you know what I'm saying? So, I have a 13-year-old son, and I took him to the premiere of the movie Bully, the Weinstein film, because he's kind of a popular kid, and I see how the other kids act with him, so I wanted him to be his own person and stick up for who he wants to stick up for, and not have peer pressure, like, be such a relevant thing in his everyday life. And we did a PSA for that, and I know he learned a lot. So I always fight for the underdog. So I don't really like the bullying. What's up?
I'm aspiring to be an actress and I'm graduating high school next year. I was wondering if you had any advice on how to break into the business or any tips on how to get started.
Wow, it's like one of those things that you kind of really want to do it, because there's a lot of rejection, especially in the beginning, and you don't really know why, but there's a lot of it. But I think I hate to say it, but I think you have to spend a little time in LA. And just because it's called Hollywood for a reason, and most everything gets cast out of that place, you kind of got to go put in your year, So I think that's probably the biggest thing. And also, know the business, know which directors you want to work with, know what kind of actress you want to be. Nowadays, it seems like a prerequisite to be an actor is you need to do a lot of sit-ups. It's kind of ridiculous. So really know who you want to be and what kind of person, and know the business, know which directors you want to target, which kind of films you want to target, which actors you want to work with. Because sometimes going for a blockbuster isn't the way to go. Because there's a lot of indie films that you can do that will, it'll be your signature way to go, and so people will know you that way. So you can build up a list of credits that way that'll represent you. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Anything about scenes? Was that Mark learned to do the Irish accent?
Yeah. It's hard to keep it going because and I'm a goofball, so I flip out. But they work with us as we're doing it, and Duffy has some Irish, Flannery has some Irish, so it kind of helped me go through it. But there's a few lines in that where I look back now, and I think I sound like that Lucky Charms cereal guy. What's up?
When are we expected to see the third installment of the Boondock Saints? I don't know if I can wait another 10 years. So.
Yeah. Supposedly Troy's right here right now. So I'm curious to read it. But, there was a lawsuit with that movie, so there was a 10-year contract. So we couldn't even do part 2 until the 10 years expired. Everybody wanted to do it sooner, but I think the story is all the lawyers were sitting in a room, and right when the clock struck 12, everyone had their pen in their hand, waiting for the 10 years to be over, so that's why it took 10 years. And supposedly he's writing it, so I'm curious.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up?
Michael before said you guys were on a cruise where it was 10 women to 100, 100 women to 10 guys, 3-hour open bar. What was that cruise line?
was the Wizard World Cruise Tour.
And where can I get tickets?
You talk to any of these men in black and blue t-shirts and they'll hook you up. But yeah, we were kind of, trapped on the boat.
Hello, Norman.
Nice to meet you.
Margaret Story here, writer, actor, producer.
Hi.
I gave you one of my movies.
You did.
There was this movie that you were working on. I Was a White Slave in Harlem. Whatever happened with that? I can't seem to find it. Did you finish it?
We haven't even done it yet. It's a script that I've been working on for about 5 years. It's the story of Margot Howard, and I worked on it with somebody that did her autobiography. So the script was, and we kept just rewriting and rewriting.
Okay.
And I mean, to get like a young actor to play an insanely masculine tranny.
You can do that.
But I would have, but I couldn't direct it, and I've never directed a feature before, and I didn't want that much pressure. I've done some short films, but
Yeah, I want to see your short films too. I gave you one of mine.
yeah, they're on bigbaldhead.com.
Yes.
And
Wonderful.
their downloads now, they all go to charity. I've never made $1 off any of them, so I've always gone to charity. But I used to make DVDs and then walk to the Chinatown post office with boxes of DVDs, and I was like, so now they're digital downloads. But the only actor that ever said he would play that part was Heath Ledger. And then I got Walking Dead and all my stuff.
Yeah. Kind of busy.
Yeah. But I hope to make that because it's such a
I
crazy
want to
story.
see you do that. I want to see that come out. If you need any help, you let me know.
I will.
Have a good day.
What's up, Cutie?
Hello.
Hi.
If you could be in any movie, like if you had a choice, what movie would you want to be in most? Like if you had, if they said, hey Norman, you want to work on this movie? And you'd be like, sure, okay. If you could pick, what would you
Wow. I'm a big Mad Max fan, but they're doing that already. Midnight Cowboy is my favorite movie. God, I don't know, maybe like a Western, like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly or something. I mean, I know I have a horse issue, as a lot of you probably know, but I don't know, I think a Western. That's the whole thing with that poncho is I'm trying to look like Clint Eastwood. Yeah, right? It's supposed to be a horse blanket, but now it's a fancy poncho. Thank you. Ah, look at you.
What inspired you to be an actor?
What inspired me? Let's see. Well, I used to work at a motorcycle shop in California, and I went out there, I followed a girl that I met in Japan, and I was living in Spain, and she showed up, and she said, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh, I'm hanging out with all these cats, painting pictures. And she said, come to LA. So I went to LA, had a job working at a motorcycle shop, went to a party one night when I quit the job at the motorcycle shop, drank way too much alcohol, I'm not recommending that. Started yelling at a room full of people at this big party up in the Hollywood Hills. And I had this girl's glasses on, they kept slipping off my face, and I was just trashing everyone in the room. And then somebody asked me to be in a play. And I said, get the heck away from me. And then they talked me to being in a play. And then the first movie that I ever did, well, I was in the play, and there was a lady from Wayman Morris that was in the audience, and she said, hey, let me side pocket you, which means they don't actually sign you, but they send you out on the side, and if you book something, yay for everyone, right? So I did that, and then the first movie I did, I kind of thought I didn't want to do this, and it was a story about my dad, and my dad was sick, and it sort of struck close to home. So after that happened, I was like, oh, this is for real, because I didn't think it was for real at the time, and then it sort of brought me into it. That makes sense, without getting weird, or something like that. Thank you.
How do I follow that up?
No way, no way.
I'm almost short. I was just wondering if you could talk a little bit about your artwork, your photography, and paintings and things. I was wondering if there were plans for a publication or a tour, or where those of us that are interested can see it. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, on that Big Bald Head site, I also had photos. I had a series of photos that did a movie in Moscow with Andrei Konchalovsky and Chris Salamine, and I shot a lot of photos in maximum security prisons and stuff. But I would sell some of those photos on my website, and people always ask me when you're going to do a book. So I have a book coming out in October of photography. That's a really cool book. But I had a show in Times Square a couple months ago that was 6 foot by 4 foot photographs, 30 of them, that I went to Oxfam, but they were all roadkill. So, and they were like, oh, this is holiday shoppers in New York, they don't want to see, cats with their eyeballs popped out. And I was like, well, cancel the show. And they go, no. So we did the show, we sold them all, but yeah, so I book the photos coming out, and I still sell the, the digital films. The dog goes to charity.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Hey, what's up, Normal?
What's up?
My name's Alvin.
What's up?
Yo, I gotta ask, who's your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero? Maybe the Silver Surfer, because he looks the coolest. Yeah, probably the Silver Surfer. Yeah, yeah, he's probably my favorite, because he looks the most badass.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hi. I'm Sarah from FBI Movie Reedus and FBI Movie Fans on Tumblr.
Oh, right on.
And I just wanted to know, does it ever become overwhelming, between all these conventions, going everywhere around the country and worldwide?
Yeah. It's fun to meet people and stuff, and I try my best to do as much of this as possible, and I'm still on the Walking Dead schedule and I have other stuff I'm doing, but I try as much as I can, and sometimes I'll have to cancel something, and then sometimes I just get a wave of, you suck, you know what I mean, but I couldn't make it because I was working.
Has it been harder because of Walking Dead?
Well, I'm just busy. That's a 7-day-a-week job most of the time. Even on the weekends, it's press and whatnot. So it's a hard job. But yeah, I travel as much as I can, and I try to do as much as I can. I was just on the plane a couple days ago, and I'm sitting on the plane texting, and this guy walks by as I'm looking down, and with his iPhone sticks at my face, and I'm like, and I turn around and I go, really? And he's like, big fan. I'm like, that was like I'm a zoo animal, you know what I mean? That was ridiculous. But sometimes that is annoying, But for the most part, I really enjoy it, to be honest.
Thank you.
And,
How's it going, man?
good.
I was just gonna ask, so far, what's your favorite genre of movie to be in?
Wow, I like horror. I always kill somebody all the time, And I said it before, my mom was always like, can you just do a romantic comedy for Jennifer Love Hewitt or something? And I'm like, they never put me in it. Actually, that movie that Jennifer Love Hewitt did with Sigourney Weaver, remember that? Mother, daughter, whatever. I got a call about that way back when, and they're like, hey, so they want you for this Jennifer Love Hewitt movie. I'm like, no way, right? And they go, yeah, you're her boyfriend. I go, well, do I rape her? Do I kill her? And they go, no, you're the sweet boyfriend. I was like, say no. But I should have done it. And then I was like,
Thank you.
yeah, thanks, man. Hi.
So besides Walking Dead, do you have any other projects that you're working on?
Yeah, I think I might do a part in the new George Clooney movie. That's sort of being talked about. What else? I got one called Pawn Shop Chronicles, which is kind of funny. It's it's basically a movie full of cameos, but it's a crazy movie. The director, I had to wear this apron, right? And a mask, of course. I like masks, but I had this apron on. He's like, so, and that's it, right? He's like, so what sweatpants do you want to wear? And I go, he has these, sweatpants and long johns and all this stuff. And I go, I want to wear women's underwear, lacy women's underwear. And he was like, no, really? I go, no, really, I want to wear lacy. So we sort of had an argument about that. It's called Pawn Shop Chronicles. Hello, Herman. God, maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know.
Thank you.
I just want to say thanks for doing these type of events and
Yeah.
meeting and stuff. It's cool. So I
Yeah.
think girls try to grow with you. I want to sell it. I just want to say, if you could live in any other time period, what would you live for?
God, maybe the future. I don't know. I like where I'm at, and I like where we're at, and I think the world's changing for the better, and I think things are good right now. So, or getting better, rather. Maybe I don't know. The past, I always think people die from the flu. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I don't know, maybe in the future. I'm happy right now. I'm feet on this ground. I'm cool.
Hot new now, so now's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Hi, Erin.
Hi.
I was just wondering, when did you start stage, and where do you see yourself in 10 years? Will you stay with action or with drama?
Man, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of in the drama, action, horror thing now, I guess. Stage, I just did one play, and I was miserable. I hated it. It was a bunch of, it was called Maps for Drowners. It was at the Tiffany Theater in Sunset, and I hated it. It was a bunch of women trying to like get more lines and get up front, and I was trying to go back, so it wasn't really that fun for me. So I don't never say never, maybe in the future, but I'm not really looking for that right now. I'm kind of one of those ADD guys where if I did the same thing every day, I would probably just jump off a bridge, you know what I mean?
Please don't.
Yeah.
We need you.
Oh, thanks. Hi.
What was it like working with Wesley Snipes and Blade 2?
He's cool. And he does all that, all that martial arts stuff himself. Almost all of it. And he was just fun. Like, I really liked Wesley. And, he'd have these big parties up in Prague when we did that in Prague. And he would try to DJ. And hopefully he doesn't hear this, but not the best DJ. But he was fun. He was a cool guy. I remember Tony Curran on that film. He was the guy with the long hair. He was one of the vampire guys. He was one of the nutty ones. He grabs the mic as Wesley's DJing, and he's like, "My name is Norman," and I like that. Just went off on this stupid rap, and Wesley's going, "Get rid of him, get rid of him." But he's fun to work with. He's actually a really cool guy. He's a good actor. He tries really hard. He has really good ideas. Yeah. Okay, it's over. What's up?
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Norman and Reedus.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, you guys have fun.
Hey, it's Erin here. We're discussing the phenomena today of the Daryl Dixon fangirl. Now, when The Walking Dead came out, everyone was pretty sure that Rick was going to be the big star. Dixon Brothers took it all. As you can see by the infamous t-shirt, "If Daryl dies, we riot." Now, you got to admit, they've been knocking off people right and left on Walking Dead. Are you getting worried about your man?
Yeah, I don't want him to die. He's my favorite.
So what happened when Merle died? Did you cry?
I would. It was sad.
Okay. Now, I kind of want to ask you, Mom, how you feel about Daryl, but I'm a little worried because your husband's right here. Should I have him leave before I ask you any questions?
This is my guy.
He gets to reap the benefits later anyway, right?
That's right.
So, have you guys been watching Walking Dead from the first season?
Yes, we have. Yep.
And you latched onto Daryl right away? Let me rephrase that. In your deep appreciation of the dramatic arts...
Yes, he's a very good actor.
Yeah, the abs have nothing to do with it all, right?
No, not at all.
So when did you pass it over to the cult of Daryl Dixon? Did she just immediately get into it?
This is her first year. She's caught up on all the seasons now. So we've all been watching it from the beginning, and Becca's just started to get caught up.
Have you guys been in line yet to meet him and say hi?
Yep.
Did you get the Norman Reedus aura? No, that's okay. Did you get a hug?
Yes.
How was it? Did he smell of awesome?
I don't know about awesome, but yes, I'm sure. I'm sure if I needed a zombie fighter, that I would look for him to train Sean.